Good morning students, I am Neha Singh, your social study teacher. I hope you all are doing good. Now you have done your exam, term 1. Now you have got short break also. Now it's time to get start for the second term. So children, let us start with history. Today we will take history chapter number 7, weavers, Indian smellers and the factory owners. So today we will discuss about the factory owners. Today we will discuss that how the Indian people, the Indians were doing trading with the European countries during the British period. What was going in the textile industry, in the craft department. Today we will all discuss about this. Factory owners. Children, in 1750, India was the largest producer of cotton textile, because as you can see, it is a beautiful patola cloth. Why India was the largest producer of cotton textile? Because India had the finest quality. Children, whichever thing, anything which is very perfect, very fine is famous. Likewise, during the British time, the Indian cotton textile industry was producing fine thing. That's why it was very famous. Indians were doing trading with the Southern Asia, the Western and the Central Asia. And in 16th century, the trading started with the Europeans also. The Indians started doing the textile trading with the Europeans in the 16th century. Students, what happened? As I told you that India became very popular because of its fine cloth, cotton textile. So when India got so much popular, so the European countries, they started getting worried because of the popularity of India. So what they did, they started protesting against the printed cotton textile cloth from the India. And due to this, in 1970, one act was introduced and the name of the act was the Calico Act. Through this act, after this act, what happened? They banned the printed cotton textiles just to lower the popularity of fine clothes coming from India. Moreover, after 4 years, in 1764, the spinning jenny was introduced by John Kay to introduce the productivity of the fine textile clothes. The productivity. After the invention, the productivity was increased. Not only this, children, moreover, in 1786, just after 2 years, one steam engine was also introduced, and this was introduced by Richard Arkwright. And by this steam engine, you won't believe that a revolution was done. a revolution was introduced because the cotton textile weaving there was now producing at a very huge amount just because of the invention of the steam engine. Children, you must have to know that how and with whom the Indians were doing the trading and they were getting the profits. The Indians were doing trading with the Dutch, the French, and the English men were making very huge amount of profits from the Indian textile industry, because as I am saying again and again that India was famous for its fine quality production. The Europeans were also doing that. They were getting the cotton and silk from India and they were importing silver to India. Students, as you will go through the chapter, you will come to know that who actually were the weavers, who were involved in this textile industry, why India could produce so fine clothes of cotton, because there were certain people who were the weavers. Now the question arises that who were actually the weavers? The weavers were from certain specialized community, where were the communities which were specially specialized in the textile, in the weaving, in the spinning. So people were generally from there only. Moreover, from one generation to another, in that community, the skill of weaving and spinning and dyeing, the activities related to the textile was passed from one generation to another. So we had a number of people who were involved in the textile, who were weavers. The point to remember is that most of the time the spinning thing during the process of productivity was done by the women, and after they had done with the spinning, the second process, the weaving, was mostly done by the men. And for coloring the thing, the clothes, the dyeing process, they used rangrays. So there was differentiation, there was something done by the women, something done by the men. So everybody was involved and were very much skilled, and perfection was done in the cloth industry. In the end, I hope that you have understood the topic. Please go through the chapter, the topics, and read the worksheet, go through the points of remember, underline the things in your book, and I hope you will understand the topic more and more if you go through the chapter one more time. We will meet in the next class with the further topics from the same chapter. Till then, thank you.